What's going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we've got episode 5 of the Titans theme team. Today's going to be a little shorter just because we didn't get many upgrades this week. As a matter of fact, we didn't get any this week, but that is fine because we've gotten blessed the past few weeks with upgrades the team. So we'll go over some of the players that are some of my favorite players to play with that make a lot of plays and stuff like that. You guys see this offensive line, insane. We won't go over everyone, but you guys see just we got blessed on that heavyweights week. We got Jack Conklin, Roger Saffold, Quentin Spain, all in 1 week. So we had 3 players, all in 1 day, I should say. 3 players come in Wildcard Wednesday that got Titans chemistry. So that was just awesome. And then on top of that, we got Bruce Matthews who was the first legend, or he was one of the 8, I believe, or did we get 10 legends on that first drop? He was one of the legends. We got him powered up. He's chemmed up to a 91. Ty Sambrello here at right tackle. He did get the power up, so we have him as an 85 over here at right tackle. Tight end Anthony Ferguson, still waiting on an upgrade there. We have Team Diamonds coming, so possibly a Delaney Walker, possibly I really just, if we get a Frank Wycheck, I will be absolutely thrilled. I know some of you guys may, not like a Frank Wycheck just because his speed he'll probably be a little slow, but to me it will be a great tight end, because if you think about it, he's going to have, if you look back at his Madden 16 or 17 card, whenever his last card was in the game, he had like 90 run blocking on his like Ultimate Legend card. Obviously it'll be a little lower because I'm assuming these Team Diamonds are going to be around 91-ish, something like that, 92 maybe. So I would imagine they'd be somewhere in there. But he would probably have around like 80 to 85 run blocks, somewhere in there. But again, I don't know if they have his rights or not, but I think that would be just a fantastic card because it would help out in the run game. And then obviously we know Johnny Smith is going to get upgrades throughout this year, whenever that is, we don't know. But if you can pair up Johnny Smith and Frank Wycheck, what a duo that would be, because you could just sub in Wycheck on run plays and then sub in Johnny Smith when you want to pass the ball. So that would be phenomenal. If we get a Frank Wycheck, I'd be thrilled. A lot of other guys out there, a lot of people want a CJ2K. I don't know if things have cleared up and we got it, and EA has his rights now. But I don't know, obviously he's gotten in some trouble recently, or not recently, but maybe about a year and a half ago. And that's why he hadn't had a card in Madden. But hopefully I really hope that's cleared up, because I want to see a CJ2K card back in Madden Ultimate Team. That would be fun. Also, I've heard a lot of people say Samari Roll. I would love to see a Samari Roll to help out that secondary. Like I said, Delaney Walker is another guy, kind of similar to Frank Wycheck. He'd be a really good run blocker and a good pass catcher as well with solid speed. I wouldn't mind a Delaney Walker. The last couple years, we got Keith Bullock, we got Kevin Dyson last year, we got Vanden Bosch, and we got Drew Bennett was the one early last year. So we've gotten some names that have been fan favorites, but I'd like to see a little change, someone different. I wouldn't want to see another Keith Bullock, even though I love Keith Bullock. I'd like to see some variety there. Another one would be Pac-Man Jones. He's another guy. I kind of went off topic there talking about Team Diamonds, but that's kind of my take on the Team Diamond possibilities there. So I wouldn't mind that. And if you think about it, there could be another, we could get a couple other players that played for other teams that get Titans chemistry that might get the Team Diamond for random other teams. So that's another thing there. Like for the Washington football team, they could potentially get like a Brian Arakpo or something like that, and he would get Titans Chem. And there are a lot of players like that. I'm trying to think of another guy, like Andre Johnson for the Texans. He would get Titans chemistry. Is there anyone else? I'm sure you guys could probably help me out down below. Someone that had played a lot of their career with another team, then maybe played with the Titans a little bit. Cameron Wake for the Dolphins, that could be a possibility. He played for the Titans. a few games there. I remember he got the safety against the Browns when we blew out the Browns that Week 1 game a few years ago. He got the safety. I do remember that play. So there's a couple other possibilities there that, could get, a player item for a different team that can still get Titans chemistry. So that's something we could look out for. But obviously we know we're guaranteed to get one for our Titans team. So let's move on here to probably my favorite card on the team, and it's probably going to be Vince Young, just because he's just super glitchy and he's super fun to play with. Because look at his stats. He got 88 speed, 90 throw power. Really the key here is he gets Escape Artist, and I throw Roaming Deadeye on him. Because when you get outside the pocket, if you let go of right trigger, basically he can just throw it wherever you want to throw it. He's literally going to throw it right on the money every single time. You guys see perfect pass accuracy while standing outside the pocket. You can still do this while throwing on the run. Like I said, all you have to do is let off a right trigger right before you throw. So really, really good combo there with the Escape Artist and Roaming Deadeye. So that's why I really like Vince Young. Escape Artist is just so fun to use this year. Definitely this is probably my favorite player on the team. Vince Young probably right behind Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry, they gave him decent speed. We'll see how they do throughout the year when they give him upgrades. Speed-wise, we don't know if they're going to give him bad speed, slow speed, fast speed, whatever. But as of right now, on a theme team, it's okay at 89 speed. 6'3", 247, really, really hard guy to bring down, so that's why I like him a lot. He also does get Bulldozer. I could throw, where is it at? Or no, I can't, can I? So yeah, you can't throw Bruiser on him, so you have to pick between Bruiser and Armbar as of right now, but once he gets an upgrade, he'll have the 2 ability slots where you can put Bruiser and Armbar, and then eventually you can get Bruiser activated as well. And then Tank, if he does get to 99 with 95 trucking, breaks hit stick tackles. That one's pretty glitchy. He's not going to get human joystick, but there's some glitchy ones we'll see throughout the year that Derrick Henry does end up getting. But Bulldozer right now I think is the go-to just because of the air trucking, ability. Let's move on to Julio Jones, who is probably my most targeted guy. Since he got the upgrade. I don't have his max card. I'm not going to spend 500,000 coins on his max LTD card. I'm probably going to wait till the season ends, and then he might get a redux or a trading ability, a trading option to bypass this upgrade here to use his 92 overall. So, but it's still fine because he gets Route Tech the second. You don't have to have him all the way up to a 93. You can just have him at a 90, and he still gets Route Tech here at his 3rd ability slot. So that is awesome there. Also, he's rocking with 88 speed. He's slow, guys. I know. I don't know why they just diss Julio's speed this year, but he's slow. 88 speed on a theme team. And that's, I think he is a 90 speed on a theme team once you get him up to a 93. So, again, or maybe it's 91. He is still a little slow for his overall, but honestly, it's fine because with the theme team speed boost, it gets him just up enough to where he can get enough separation with the Route Tech. So here's what he's looking like: 88 speed, 91 jumping. You guys see the rest of the stats there. And this card does actually get up to 90 short, 90 medium, and you can get it up to 90 deep with the deep route specialist once you get him up to a 93. We'll check it out here. So he gets up to 89 speed. So with a theme team boost, I would get up to 91. Does it show any? No, it doesn't show. Or does it? Let's see. So his medium route running will get up to 90 stock. Short route running will get up to 91, and deep route running will get up to 87. So never mind. If you got the deep route specialist, you could only get him up to 89 deep route running. So that stinks. But again, this card is a glitch already, just at a 90 because he gets the route tech. So that's why I have Julio with route tech, because he's the only wide receiver that can get route tech as of right now. And that's about it. That's probably my favorite players right there: Vince Young, Derrick Henry, Julio. AJ is definitely a really good player too. He breaks a lot of tackles after the catch. A guy that you can definitely just dump off, and he's going to break the first tackle almost every time. And he's a great 1-2 punch there with Julio and AJ. It's just really, really phenomenal. Hopefully we see that this season IRL, because last week against the Cardinals was just a disaster. But hopefully we can bounce back this week, and they both have a good game. Same with Derrick Henry. The Seahawks defense played solid last week, but they are definitely not a defense comparable to the Cardinals. We should be able to do what we want to do offensively. Todd Downing got to call the plays, and play calling last week was a bit iffy, especially on defense. But hopefully Todd Downing and Shenbone get it together, and we can move on past the loss from last week. Hopefully bounce back with a win. It's going to be very, very tough defensively for us this week against Seattle, but we'll just have to wait and see. That'll be tomorrow, 3:25 Central Time if you are in Tennessee. But let's move on to the defense. Some of the more of my favorite players here. I'm definitely going to say Robert Spillane. When I go into 3-4 looks, this is a guy I'm using with because of his 90 speed, 91 excel. This dude, if he ends up getting cards throughout the year, I really hope this dude has one insane week and it gets like a Team of the Week card, maybe a high 80s or something like that, because he'd be insane, even more insane. He'd probably get up to like a 93 or 4 speed if you got like around a high 80 card, so that would be great. He's a run-stopping middle linebacker, but it's fine that he doesn't have the zone coverage because you're going to want to use her with this guy with the 90 speed. The only time you're going to use her with this guy is if your opponent likes to run a lot and you're in 3-4. That's why I use her with him, and that's only when I use her with him. Normally I'm in 3-5 wide and I use her with John Lynch, but when I go into 3-4 trying to stop the run, this is the guy I use her with because he just flies around the field. 87 change of direction as well is phenomenal. Just overall a fantastic budget beast for any theme team, guys. This dude's definitely one of the top 5 best team builder that came out. I know it's a linebacker, but at the end of the day, a linebacker with 90 speed that's insane. 83 hit power as well, so that's not bad. Also, just one of the more underrated guys on this team that I'm super, super happy about him getting a power up and getting that Titans chemistry there. Junior Seau's another guy, but I won't throw him in the top 3 defensively. John Lynch is definitely a top 3 defensive player. I picked him as the captain. 88 speed, 90 excel on a theme team. Again, he can get any team chem, so any theme team will fit John Lynch on their team. But this is the guy I usually with. 88 speed is still a little slow. Maybe once we get an Amani Hooker or something like that. Michael Griffin is another option for the team diamond, so if we get like a Michael Griffin or something like that, that would be awesome as well. Secondary position, can't get the free safety, but like I said, I'm in 3-5 wide a lot, so I'll rock with John Lynch as my user. 88 speed, like I said, a little slow, but I can work with it as of right now. Bam Bam Cam is a guy that I just let out there, sit around at the strong safeties position and knock people's heads off. Really good player here. Once we get him higher, he'll probably eventually be my user. And we may make the switch depending on if Kevin Byard and Logan Ryan get some upgrades. I might throw one of them over here at strong safety and have them in his own, and then we have Kevin Byard one side, Logan Ryan the other, and then I might trade in John Lynch for like a Jack Youngblood or something like that. We'll have to just wait and see how upgrades go for Kevin Byard and Logan Ryan. If they both get upgrades pretty solid, pretty consistently throughout the year, then I might end up switching my captain from John Lynch to Youngblood, or maybe even Lance Allworth or something like that. I'm not going to go Sean Alexander because of our running back situation. We're probably going to get Eddie George. We know that they have the rights to Earl Campbell, so he, I think, will get a card throughout the, he'll get like a legend card or something like that because he's in the game for Texas as one of the college teams that was for Superstar KO. He was in there, so we know they have the rights to Earl Campbell, so I would expect to see him back in the game, so there's no reason to go with Sean Alexander there. But Jack Youngblood would be a possibility because I could just throw him at D-tackle and help us out here overall wise, and he'd be probably pretty good spy from that D-tackle spot. But Bud Dupree does get home a little bit. I wouldn't say he's in the top 3, so I'd say Robert Spillane, John Lynch. Malcolm Butler does make some plays, but I wouldn't say he's in the top 3. Jack Rabbit in the slot there. And then we have defensively, we have Clowney, and that D-tackle, we have Big Jeff, Danico Autry, and Javon Curse. Telling you guys, the playmaker. This dude makes so many plays. I don't know what it is about him. Last year he probably led the team in picks, and I can't wait to see. So they don't do the I wish they did the stats for the defensive players too. because that would be pretty cool. I don't think they do. But this dude just makes so many plays. I don't know what it is, but if I could, I hate it because I did the set like 7 times now to get the strategy item for in the zone with the +1 speed, and if this dude gets +1 zone coverage, 90 zone, this dude could play even better. Desmond King, I don't know what it is about him. He just makes so many plays. 5'10", 200. You wouldn't expect anything from him. He's not the fastest, not the biggest, not the tallest. 89 change of direction as well. But the dude with acrobat on him, he just makes so many plays, guys. Him and Malcolm Butler both, but I'd say Desmond King makes more. Javon Curse does get home, but not that often. I think I thought about putting edge threat on him and then moving him to outside linebacker, but then I'd have a couple guys out of position. So I said I'll leave him here, and then maybe once we get an upgrade to like, maybe I could just move. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on the Curse situation. But yeah, my top 3 defensive players as of right now probably Robert Spillane, John Lynch, and Desmond King. You guys see we're 52 out of 50, so this is what boosts every Tennessee Titan. +2 strength, +2 jumping, +2 agility, +2 excel, and +2 speed. Also, abilities for defense. I don't think I went over the abilities for offense, so I'll go back to that. We got John Lynch with a recuperation and shutdown, Malcolm Butler, acrobat, and then Desmond King with acrobat. We'll go over to the offense and show you guys the abilities offensively. And abilities offensively, I already showed you. Roaming Deadeye Escape Artist with Vince Young. I think the only one we didn't go over is Bruce Matthews here with Post Up. Julio Jones with Route Tech, and then Derrick Henry with Bulldozer. Again, only have 9 out of 12 right now. Training's still pretty expensive. It went down a little bit this past week, but still pretty expensive, so I'm not going to spend all my training on abilities. Maybe I end up throwing, I don't know. Once we get Junior Seau high enough, I think he gets the Enforcer and Deflator combination there, so maybe once we get him high enough, we'll go ahead and do that. Here's the special teams, Brett Kern and Gostkowski as our kicker, Kern on kickoff specialist. Long snappers, Bruce Matthews. We have A.J. Brown returning kicks. Julio right there behind him. Third down running back, Derrick Henry as our power back as well. Slot wide receivers, Julio, because I like to throw to my slot wide receiver a lot, especially with the route tech. That'll help us out there. And then we have Clowney at rush left end, rush D tackle, and rush right end. Slot cornerback, we got Jack Rabbit, and the sub linebacker, like I said, I like to use with John Lynch, so that's why I have him here. And then we also have Junior Seau there. Strategy items, like I said, there's none. I don't have any right now. I do have one that's sitting in the exchange set. And once I do enough daily challenges, I'm pretty close to go ahead and getting another chance at rolling the fantasy pack. So maybe I end up getting lucky and getting the, in the zone. But as of right now, no strategy items for me. But that's kind of good for you guys to kind of see what the team looks like without any strategy items. That way you can kind of build on certain guys that are lower here. Kind of you can build off of that. But the Raiders here, I'm rocking with their offense. I've been rocking with it since day one and since Christmas of last Madden. I think I made the switch from New Orleans to Oakland last around Christmas time, and I've stuck with it ever since. Just got a lot of good plays, a lot of good run plays, and I've just stuck with it. We did make the change since we had enough Tennessee Titan chemistries from last week. We went ahead and made the change from Titans defense to the Dolphins defense, which I think is the best playbook in the game other than, multiple D and 46. I think this is the best team playbook in the game. The Bears is pretty good as well, but right now I think the Dolphins is definitely the best team. So out of the 32 teams, I think the Dolphins is the best defensive playbook in the game. They just got everything I want, and I just made 9K. But yeah, I kind of got stretched out a little longer. We kind of talked about Team Diamonds a little bit there too. But alright guys, hopping into it. There is my top 3. Julio Jones, Vince Young, and Malcolm Butler going up against Max Cam Chancellor. Alright, I guess we'll give it our best shot and see if we get a dub today. Looks like we're playing, I I didn't see if the Cam Chancellor had Titans Chem, but he has the Titans logo up there, or at least he's rocking with Titans uniform. So let's see what we can do here on the kickoff. We can cover it, come out on defense, and see if we can get a stop to start the game. Does have Devin Hester as well. And does look that, and there's my Cam Chancellor coming making a play. He does have Car Blossom game as well. Does have Rashawn Evans, so we might be playing Titans team on Titans team action. Let's go ahead. Let's get out here on defense. Let's get a stop. All right, guys. Looks like it is going to be a Titans team. I see AJ. I see Hester. And we're going to get to the quarterback, and that's Harold Landry. He does have Zach Wilson, the quarterback, first quarterback in the game to get Gunslinger, so I don't blame him. But that was a big play there, 2nd and 10 at the 14. We can continue to get pressure like that. Be a long day for him, but let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Next play. He's going to try and user him up, and we get home again, and that's Curse this time. So Zach Wilson, 2 passes, both hit as he's thrown. It comes out in the same look here. So I'm going to just throw Curse as a spy just to be safe. Probably going to be a rollout to the right. It is. And he's going to try and throw into traffic, and it's swatted away by Kevin Byard. And it's going to be 4th and 10, and you almost have to punt in this situation. Great play on the ball by Kevin Byard, and it looks like he's going to go for it here. So we'll stay in our same defense here. Go ahead and spy Curse and shade outside. That's what I like to do here. Let's see here. Coming across the middle. And John Lynch with a pick. John Lynch, he's to the 15. Good block. I think that was, who was that? That was Jeffrey Simmons with a big block. And we got a pick 6. What a play. What a break on the ball by John Lynch. And we take it back. It looked like he was open, but John Lynch jumped the route. He's paused the game. And just like that, he is out of there. Alright, guys, hopping into the next game. There's my top 3. Julio, Vince Young, Malcolm Butler once again. We're taking on Brandon Marshall, Roy Williams, and Derrick Henry. So it should be an interesting matchup today. In the second game of the day, I should say, is the Ravens. So we definitely want to get a win today. So let's see what we can do on this kickoff return. I normally don't record special team stuff. But I'm like, why not? Just go ahead. See what we can do here. Some little pooch kick at the Kari Blossom game. See what we can get here with Kari. As he gets absolutely drilled. I believe that was... No, it was Miles Jack. I thought it was Marlon Humphrey, but it was Miles Jack there. We got it to the 27. 1st and 10. Let's see what we... Alright, guys. You guys know what I like to do early and often. I like to run the ball. But it does look like he's stacking the box here. But we bounce it out with Derrick Henry. He misses a tackle there. Henry breaks a tackle. Henry gets it all the way up to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 14. 1st and 10. That's a solid run by Derrick Henry. Alright, same look here. He's probably going to be expecting the pass. Or, excuse me, expecting the run. So I'm going to pass here. And let's see what we can get here. Julio should have that route tech activated. Let's throw a little lob pass. Can we get... that was... I should have thrown a touch pass there. If I throw a bullet, I think that could have been picked. Didn't want to have a chance of it getting picked, so that's why I threw a lob. Should have been a touch pass, though. Alright, guys, so this is why I like to have Julio in the slot. This route here is really nice against a lot of different things. We're going to dump it off to Derrick Henry. He had no one there, and he... Is that J.C. Jackson tackling Derrick Henry? That's kind of crazy, but I guess it is what it is. 3rd and 6. You guys know about this formation. Probably my favorite play in the playbook. But let's see what we can get here. Let's just take off with Vince Young. Let's swerve here. Swerve back. Vince Young taking off all the way up to the 24. Let's no huddle. Let's flip the play here. Let's run the same exact play. Because it didn't seem to have anyone over there last time. So we'll try it again here. Vince Young once again. Y looks to be coming open. Corner of the end zone. What a dot by Vince Young to Randy Moss. Back left corner of the end zone. He fit it in there. It was a pretty tight window, but he was able to fit it in there. And the extra point is up, and it is pure. It is good. We're up 7-0. Good drive to start the second game. All right, guys. He's going to go under center here. This play. Not sure what this formation is. It's like gun bunch, but he's just under center here. As I miss a tackle, Derrick Henry gets it all the way up to the 29, gain of 11. All right, back in the single back bunch here. Let's get on Spillane. And look at that. go to 3-4. Bud Dupree is there immediately. So I just need to stay in 3-4 unless he comes out in some sort of package where he can throw the ball. He's not, so I'm going to stay in 3-4. But just to be safe, we'll put Curse on a spy. He got Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is, oh my, he's just swerved me there with Derrick Henry. But still stopped him short of the first. It is 3rd and 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to run it again here. So we'll just be ready for anything here. He's going to be throwing the ball. And he's got a man, and it's Brandon Marshall, and I just completely missed. I could have tackled him earlier, didn't. That's the cover 3 beater. I just need to probably just go cover 2 with a cover 3 safety over the top. Basically what I mean is to have 2 deep halves there, and leave the safety in the middle of the field. And still, I was in cover 3 for that entire drive. Drew up a cover 3 bomb, and he got me. So solid on him. Props to him. Let's go back and get the ball back on offense and score. All right. Back on offense, going to come out in the same look here. He's going to be bringing some pressure, but oh my goodness, it's Randy Moss. Off to the races, Randy Moss. Can he make it? Brian Dawkins trying to hawk him down. He's not going to. Randy Moss to the end zone. 1 play touchdown. What was that, like 78 yards? I don't know where we started off from, but it was at least 70. I know it was at least 75 because we didn't bring it back to the 25. What a play. 1 play touchdown. He tried to bring some pressure there. We just picked it up, and we go right back up. 1 play, 77 yards. We go back up 7. Didn't take long to regain the lead there, guys. All right, coming back in that same look here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Rasay out here because it's more than likely, yeah, it's going to be a run to the left, and we should be there. Spillane and Sayal are there. So like I said, what I'm going to be doing is using wherever the bunch is, I'm going to be using the other side there. So this time, the bunch is to the right. I'm going to be using Spillane. This time, it's going to be a pass play. Derrick Henry looks to be open. Let's bring some pressure. Brought the pressure, but able to pick it up. Gets the completion to make it a 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, and that's going to end the quarter. All right, so he comes back into the bunch and look to make a stop here. It's going to be another run play, and he's able to pick it up. No one just fit that gap right there. I think he's got an entire line with like post ups. So you know, we were getting driven back there, and I do want to check that out. What's he got? Post up, puller elite, honorary lineman. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough here. So we're getting pressure, and that's gonna be intentional grounding, right? Yes, it is. So it's gonna be 2nd and 23. So that's a big play. Backs him up here to 2nd and 23. We are probably going to go ahead and go back to nickel 3-5 wide. More than likely, he's going to try and pass these next 2 downs. I'm just going to trust that he's going to try and pass the ball. So I'm going to come out in nickel 3-5 wide. Let's go ahead and throw Curse as a spy. Make sure Denny Dimes doesn't drop back and try and scramble around as Jackrabbit just gets ran over, but he makes the tackle. And he gains a yard, 3rd and 22 for a fact. He has to be throwing the football here. Still comes out and under center. So we got Kyle Pitts there as his tight end. So we got to watch out for that. It's going to be a little play action here. Let's go ahead and send the pressure here. He's going to try and throw it there. And almost picked off by Malcolm Butler, but it's batted down and it's 4th and 22. We'll see what he wants to do here. Obviously, if you got a brain here, you'd probably punt the ball, but it is Madden 22, and he is going to go for it. So let's just watch out for anything deep. We'll throw Curse on a spy again because more than likely it's probably going to be a rollout to the right, and it is. So we don't have to worry about B. He's going to try and throw that, and it's incomplete. We get the ball, take over at the 23, and he's going to pause the game, and that's going to do it. If he does quit, and he does. So I'll catch you guys right now. Alright guys, so here is the team that we just made. 2 dudes just say, hell with Madden, I'm going to play a different game. Both rage quits today. Pretty solid games. You know, Vince Young is just really good. Like I said, the escape artist is really good on him. When we want to scramble out, if no one's open, take off. Because more than likely he's faster than the spy, too. So Vince Young's just really good, guys. Same with Derrick Henry. Really, the key to everything is Derrick Henry, because if you can run the ball, he might try and play the run. And I think that might have been what that dude did when we had the touchdown to Randy Moss. I don't know why he went man there when I just ran the same play twice in a row in his crossers. And I guess he thought he was going to get home, but he didn't. So that was a pretty nice little game. Last game and the game before. But yeah, again, we still need help here at tight end. I've been saying that for a while now, but defensively, really good across the board. Could have a little help here at safety and outside linebacker, or right outside linebacker and free safety. But other than that, oh yeah, and D tackle obviously. Maybe we get like Albert Hainsworth as a team diamond. Wouldn't be surprised about that. But I'd definitely rather see like a Samari role, someone different that we haven't seen in the past before. But yeah, guys, that is the team. Two pretty solid games, if you ask me. And yeah, any questions you have down below that I didn't answer in this one, please ask down below. So that being said, that is going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And until next time, I'll see y'all.